Here's an example of algebra of functions and evaluating that function. In this particular problem, it's asked me to find two things, f minus g of x, I'll do that first, and then f minus g of 3. I'll do that next. So first of all, for f minus g of x, this means that you'll take your function f, which is x squared minus 4x, and I will subtract the function g, which is 2 minus x. I've said before that on these I use parentheses around my functions f and g. In some cases it's necessary, and in some cases it's not. If you always put them, then you're making sure that you're always using the correct notation in algebra. In this case, it is most definitely necessary because the operation is subtraction, and this negative sign needs to be distributed to both of these two terms. In this situation, I was asked to find f minus g of x. This means that I need to take this function now and I need to simplify it and combine it as much as I possibly can. The x squared minus 4x, we can leave that alone, but we don't need the parentheses at this point. The negative needs to be distributed, so it have negative 2 plus x, and we can remove those parentheses. Now, writing this in descending order and combining like terms, I would have x squared minus 3x minus 2. And this would be my final answer for f minus g of x. Once I have my formula for f minus g of x, I can substitute in any value for x. So because they have asked me to find f minus g of 3, then I can use this formula as my recipe, and everywhere there's an x, I would simply substitute the value 3. So here we would have 3 squared minus 3 times 3, and then minus 2. So 3 squared would be 9. Negative 3 times 3 is 9. It would be negative 9. And then minus 2. The 9's cancel. I'd be left with negative 2. So f minus g evaluated at 3 is negative 2.